Well, with the exception of the jump drive, it's done. Well, sort of. We'll come back and talk about these things later. Since it's nighttime, I figured that one of the best things for me to do is to probably go through how the airlock works on this thing. Maybe to you it's not impressive, but to me it is. And it helped me to begin to understand how powerful the event controller is. So, if you recall from the last episode, this ship is highly based on a haste-class vessel created by Endington. And I've done a lot of... Oops. Alright, I'm gonna get this right. That. There we go. Jeez. I've done a lot to make this into uniquely mine. But the overall appearance of it is very, very, very close to Endington's creation. I mean, I put my own landing gear on here. I didn't do all the gobbledygook that's under here. You can go ahead and compare the two whenever I have this one on the workshop. But anyway, the airlock on this had me confused, and I think I spent in a Oop, it's a little high off the ground here. The combination of the days and the hours that I spent trying to figure this out was at least 5 to 7 hours, like, from beginning to end of me trying to figure out how this airlock works. Because Endington used one event controller, a air vent, and these two doors, and he had 3 of the vertical button panels, the ones with the big red dot, the big red button on them. So each one of these button panels, well, yeah, I've used the pedestal button panel because there was no need to have the other 2 buttons that are available on the vertical button panel. They're all set to, let's see, okay, to close the airlock doors. And the airlock doors being a group, that is this door and that door. The fan, the vent. It's good to know that the vent. Let's look up airlock. Okay, fast attack 1, vent, airlock. Its actions are, if it's pressurized, it will start this timer. If it's not pressurized, it will start this timer. Now, I think Endington had the doors in here. But what I've done here with this is, let's go back to these. Okay. Okay, timer. Airlock entry. So this setup action is depressurization off. Open the inner door. You know what? Let me change this. Because I think, because I have it figured out now, these are null and void. I don't need these anymore. So I'm going to shut them off. It's totally and completely. I'm going to go back to the airlock, vent, setup action. And so I want this one, if it's pressurized, I want that to open. And if it's depressurized, I want this one to open. So it should work the same way. And now the event controller, I hope I'm not losing you here. The event controller, I didn't realize that when you go to select actions, there are 9 pairs of actions that you can do with the event controller. So I was completely lost the 5 to 7 hours that I dealt with this because I didn't realize the event controller had more than one tab of actions, one set of actions. So let's go back and take a look at the event controller real quick. So event controller, if a door is opened and it's monitoring the airlock doors, then it will power off it'll toggle the inner airlock door. It will toggle the outer airlock door. And it will toggle the airlock, the vent depressurization. So basically, before you activate this, before this gets activated, you have to kind of set it up to whatever configuration it's going to be if you're entering the ship or you're exiting the ship. You capiche? Have I confused anybody? I hope not. So, that's why I'm the substitute teacher and not the actual teacher. By the way. So anyway, coming in, I want to go ahead and get in. The door's open. I hit the button. It closes. The doors. And this, look at how slick that was. That was just freaking awesome. Okay, and we're in the ship. So then we want to leave the ship. We hit the same button, and all it does is it goes to close the airlock doors. This one obviously is closed and off, but this one is on. It will close. Once that's closed, oh look, that goes to depressurization. Unfortunately, I'm on a atmospheric planet with oxygen, so that's not going to depressurize. But you can see that this door is on. Now, if we look at the vent, airlock vent, no, air vent. I'm looking for the airlock vent. Vent airlock. The heck? I'm overpressurized. I mean, we could sit here and wait until it drops down. You know what? Let's do that. So, stand by. Okay. So, this is next to impossible to show on the planet. I had to close my helmet because the air pressure in here is down to 50%. And it stopped there. That's where it stopped. So, let's just assume, okay, that went to 0. Boom, the door opens. We go out, we do our exploring, we come back. Okay, the inner door is locked. Now we could use this door. Now, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, for whatever reason, let's say it's configured like this now. Now, most people, being impatient, they would turn this on and open it up, venting the entire ship. But because of this system, all you do is hit this button. It's going to close all the doors in the airlock. I can open this up. Look at that. It's in depressurization mode. I push the button to close the door. It goes to repressurize, and the door opens. It's like freaking magic! I can do this all day long. Boop. Door closes. Depressurize. Door opens. We go back out. Hey! Explore the planet. Come back. Do 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 do. Hit the button. Up. Hit the button. Click. Hit the button. Door closes. Locks. Pressurized. Door opens. It's amazing! Amazing! So anyway, yeah, I wanted to show that because I thought it was pretty cool, and I thought that, hey, you know, that'd be different for me to show this wonderful thing. So let's take a wander around inside the ship so that you can see the different areas. So right off the bat, I have these wonderful automatons. I guess they're servers, but they're essentially they're terminals. They're programmable blocks. This one's running the automatic LCDs, and you'll see that a little bit later on. This one is just sitting here, idle, waiting to be utilized. I have a nice weapons locker. This is the flight deck, which is very cool. I like these windows. They're a little restrictive, but they are armored, so that's awesome. Then we have a couple of custom turret controllers right here. Each one is set up to utilize whatever is going to be on the port or the star. Oh, look at this! Look at above! So there are the event controllers. I guess this one being blue, this one is the one that I'm utilizing for the airlock. And then there's one that's available. And then there's another turret controller for the top turret. And this is all
fuel critical.
Oops. This is all pressurized. So I close this door. See, there is a vent right there that pressurizes just the cockpit area. And by the way, all of the lighting is sensor controlled. As a matter of fact, I heard a beep. So okay, let's take a look here. Sensor. I want to make sure that they are all proximity alert. Proximity alert. Okay, so I don't know. Why there's a click. Anyway. Oh, that might be because of the door. I don't know. It shouldn't be. Anyway, so there's that. And we come upstairs. Put some crates here. Ooh, look at the pretty blocks! Look at the pretty blocks! So we got the toilet, and we have the shower and a bed. Armored window protecting that as well. We got some timer blocks. Yeah. Come around here. I know for a fact, and that's what those things that I was in the building at the beginning. I'm going to have to remove these things to put in a couple of those to venture around the planet. I'll describe that. I'll talk about that later. So this is like the cabin area. And I do really like these blocks. They look awesome. Keen. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. Wish they were more functional, but hey, they're pretty blocks. So now let's go back into engineering. Okay, so if you were to look at Endington's version of, well, Endington's original ship, and then my version, you'll see that this is significantly different. But we have a couple of hydrogen engines, a couple of H2O2 generators. One of these pretty fancy blocks. Ooh, yeah, I love it, love it. I want more of these, more stuff like this. Almost as bad as I want combination blocks, to where I could, like in the airlock. It would be so nice in the airlock to have like a a corner LCD that I could put above the pedestal button to show the pressurization of the airlock. Wouldn't that be cool? That would be cool. I'd like it. I think you'd like it too. So anyway, here are the 2 gyros that will provide the maneuverability for the ship, and a backup console so that when the cockpit gets destroyed, if I'm still alive, I can come back here and still fly the ship. Now we have the extent of the cargo system. There are 8 cargo containers, 4 on each side. Okay. There's the survival kit, which I can't do anything about as far as my hydrogen yet. But then we have an armory, an air vent. Down here, we've got some shelves for stuff. We've got some batteries. We got the projector, which I think the projector is going to have to go, and that button panel is going to have to go for one of the scientific thingamabobs. And then there's the jump drive. It isn't complete yet, and I'm not sure that I don't know. Depending on how much room that piece of scientific equipment takes up, I may have to remove the jump drive just to allow that to exist. But that'd be temporary. We got the gravity generator. Got some boxes here that don't have anything in them. A locker, and that's pretty much the extent of it. Have a spine that is made up of energy shield generators. Is there anything else? Anything else? I mean, that's about it. It's a pretty. This is really an awesome design, and I commend Endington for coming up with it. It's very efficient. And I did what I did to make it mine, and it is a little bit longer to incorporate some of this stuff. It does have a little bit more in here than excuse me, had to yawn, than Endington's ship, but at the same time I wanted to have it so that I would be able to personalize it and utilize things like the energy shields and a little bit different interior design, even though the exterior is not significantly different. So anyway, let's use this awesome airlock. This is so freaking awesome. I love it. Oh. So I added a sensor here to illuminate the area around the ship, and it shuts off after you get around 25 meters away from the ship. This is the only connector. I like this design of landing gear, and I'm going to continue to do it. I think it's very cool. I think I'm the first one to come up with this. Oh, will you be quiet, woman? I think it's the first person to come up. I think I'm the first person to come up with this particular design. You know, with the beam block, the 3 pads, the gear, the tire, and the column. But I like the way it looks. It looks awesome. It looks like a functional gear. I mean, it looks better than the gear that they gave us vanilla. And it does seem to take a lot of abuse, so I like it. Partly because all of these are connected to this, and this seems to take a lot of abuse. So anyway, so I extended the length of this ship a bit to add in another, some more thruster, one more thruster for down, one more thruster for lateral. I've got 4 more thrusters up front. Let me take that back. It's the same number of thrusters here, but I've added 2 thrusters on either side up front for high gravity planets. Need some lights. Got some vanilla turrets. This back here is significantly different than what Endington had. I combined another ship's idea. Even though these plates, yeah, they're heavy armor plates, but they're really not going to provide any. They're more for visual prettiness to protect the main thruster there. So yeah, I don't have a name for it other than Fast Attack Mark 1. So then the next, yeah, see, the lights went off. Lights went off! Because I'm about 25 meters away from the sensor. Walk in, whoop, there we go. Woo! You know, I like my little gizmos and gadgets. So I've got that Snuffleupagus Snuffleupagus ship that I'm going to be using to locate the custom turrets. I will be building the custom turrets probably. Yeah, I'll build them over on the other side since I've got something set up over there. Really? No, I'll build them over here because I need to have a large grid rotor in place in order for me to locate the stuff and build it properly. Yeah, so cut to the next portion of the video. Okay, so I started thinking that the mission states that there are 3 locations on each planet that we have to visit. And it just dawned on me that I'm probably supposed to be exploring the areas of this planet looking for the 3 locations that I'm supposed to be excavating or discovering. And then I realized that, hey, there's scientific things that I'm supposed to be doing too, which will probably help in locating those particular those locations. Locating those locations, yeah. So in the mods, there is no wrong one. G. There is a thing called scientific machines. And so these machines are the things that we can use to, I mean, one of them is already on the facility, which is an analyzer. We have these things. Oh my goodness. Are we done? Okay. So we have 3 of these. 3 of these are for space, and the other 2 are for an atmosphere on planets, moons, things like that. So these 2 right here are supposed to be used on a planet or a moon because it's a Mossberg spectrometer. There's sensitivities that you can adjust, but that's about it. This is a Planck spectroscope, and if we take a look at the description, scientific machines. Okay. So the Mossberg is used. Oh, they're used in atmosphere. Generates data on the nuclear resonance of molecules in the air. So evidently that thing can work above and below water, but it's for locating nuclear resonance. And then this one is the Planck spectroscope. Used in natural gravity fields, it generates data on Planck fields. I have no idea what that is, but can work above and below water. This is a deep space climate observatory, cosmic origin observatory, and a gravitational wave observatory. So that would be these guys. This is the cosmic origin. This is the gravitational wave. I think this is the deep space climate. These ones are specifically for use in space, and they gather data and process it. And I guess there's a data pad that will be available in the inventory of these things to put to connect to, or I mean to be analyzed by the data analyzer in the facility here. Or I could build one on the ship, I guess. I don't know if it makes a big difference or not. But these things, I will have to incorporate these two, this one and this one, into the new ship. And it looks like this is 1 block deep, so I should be able to put this right in front of where the you know, that thing that makes you jump, the jump drive. I could put that in front of the jump drive. I'll just remove the projector and the button panel. So anyway, I creative brought these in, and so I'm going to creative make them go away. And grab something small here, and I'm going to make you go away, you go away, you go away, you go away, you go away. Okay. So they are now gone. Cut to the next scene. Changes gonna be you're gone. You're gone. You're gone. Oh no. That's gonna be a problem. Now I did come into an issue where I had the doors the other way around and I had no way to actuate the airlock, so I'm gonna have to deal with that. So let's do this. Let's see if I put that there, and I put this guy here, and I put. I'm gonna put a data analyzer right there. What the heck? Why not, right? So hopefully. Hopefully, let's see here. Now I'm gonna go down. Oh, it's right there. At this right here. Okay. So now it needs to be this and that. Will it? Oh yeah. See, I like having this light here. I like having that there too. Lab equipment I can toggle on and off? That's weird. Okay. Let's go into engineering. Alright, so... goodbye, you. Then this other piece of equipment that's 2 blocks tall. All right, it's in place. Go ahead and name this thing. Alright, so what does this need? Okay, so the jump drive needs superconductors and gravity components. And that means that I'm probably missing gold and silver, which presently I have the miner working on a new mine that is specifically gold and silver. But first it's doing just burrowing the hole into the place. So I was kind of sitting around doing a whole lot of nothing, except monitoring the mining operation. I thought, you know, what would happen if I ran scans right here at the base? So it's on. We're going to jack this thing up, and we're going to do scan. So I think it's scanning. So I'm gonna let that do its thing. I'm gonna go into engineering and I'm gonna do the same thing back here. I mean, might as well see what's gonna happen, right? Jack up the sensitivity. Scan. That's got only a few seconds for the scanning. I'm gonna go up and take a look at this one up here and see if it's finished scanning. Scan results. Did not return any meaningful data. Okay. Purple lights. Okay. Scan results. Did not return meaningful data. Okay, I guess that means that, yeah, I have to go venturing out and about. And so this is how I'm trying to replenish the supplies, or to fill up the armory on the fast attack. I'm gonna push this guy all the way out of the freaking zone. Can't kill him. Can't kill him in the zone. And there's a bunch of these guys that are around the facility right now. That's right. You keep moving. You keep moving. Do 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 do. I wish I could shoot you right now. I will put a fresh mag in. Of course, it doesn't matter where you hit them, so I might as well start aiming low. Center of mass, you know. Oh man, getting awful close to that safety barrier. Ho ho ho. I do end up taking damage, but you know, the things you gotta do. Oh, look at you. What do you got for me? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got some good weapons now. What am I looking? Oh, half health. We're okay. Let me go replenish my health real quick. Really?